There's a specific kind of silence that doesn't feel neutral. It feels like rejection. You send the message. You see red, no reply. Or you speak in a group, and the conversation moves on like you didn't exist, and suddenly, your body tightens. Not because something big happened, but because something small did. You were ignored. And now your mind starts reaching. Maybe I should send another message. Maybe I should clarify what I meant. Maybe I should explain myself better. Maybe I should make it lighter. Maybe I should pretend I didn't notice. The urge isn't about communication. It's about relief. You don't want to feel dismissed. You want the discomfort gone. So you reach. Here's the part most people miss. When you chase silence, you teach yourself that being ignored is an emergency. It isn't. It's just a moment your nervous system doesn't like. And silence does not automatically mean disrespect, rejection, anger, judgment. It means nothing yet. But your mind fills it in, because the brain hates unfinished stories. So it writes one for you. And usually, it writes the worst version. They don't value me. I shouldn't have said that. I always overstep. I need to fix this. Notice what just happened. The external silence became internal self-doubt. This is where emotional control begins, not in controlling them, and not chasing the story. There's a quiet strength in letting silence exist without rushing to manage it. You don't double text. You don't over-explain. You don't shrink yourself. You don't pretend it didn't sting. You simply allow it, because being ignored is uncomfortable, but it is not fatal. And the more quickly you react to it, the more power it gains. Most people aren't reacting to the silence. They're reacting to what they think it means. That's the difference. You don't control when someone responds. You don't control how attentive someone is. You don't control their mood, their timing, their priorities. You only control whether you remain steady. Silence tests that. It tests whether you need validation to feel stable. It tests whether you can tolerate ambiguity. It tests whether your peace depends on being acknowledged. Here's the shift. Silence is information, not identity. If someone consistently ignores you, that tells you something. But you don't need to chase them to discover it. You observe. You adjust quietly. You redirect your energy where it's returned. The calm presence doesn't beg to be noticed. It doesn't scramble for reassurance. It doesn't perform for response. It remains. And here's something even steadier. Sometimes silence has nothing to do with you at all. People are distracted, overwhelmed, preoccupied, avoidant. Human. Not every gap in communication is a verdict on your worth. But every reaction you have to it trains your emotional identity. If you panic, you reinforce insecurity. If you chase, you reinforce dependency. If you stay grounded, you reinforce inner steadiness. You don't need to become cold. You don't need to pretend you don't care. You just don't need to react immediately. The silence after they ignore you is a small emotional storm. You don't have to step into it. Let the moment breathe. Let your nervous system settle. Let the story dissolve before you believe it. Composure isn't loud. It's restraint in ordinary moments. It's the ability to sit with uncertainty without trying to control it. And over time, something shifts. You stop fearing silence. You stop interpreting it as rejection. You stop scrambling to secure connection. You begin choosing where your attention goes. And attention is energy. Don't waste it chasing echoes. If someone wants to respond, they will. If they don't, you learn quietly. But you remain steady either way. Next time that silence happens, pause and choose not to react.